Joining us to enlighten us on this is the acting registrar, Miss Tashna Powell-Williams. Welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, Hortensia. Good morning, Jamie. It's nice to be here.
And it's our pleasure to have you.
Definitely so. And so, first question, which I'm sure you might get a lot when you make these sorts of appearances. What exactly does the Office of the Registrar do?
Okay, that is not a short answer at all, and I don't think you have enough time for me to explain all of it, but I will try. The Office of the Registrar is very multifaceted. There are a lot of tasks, but I guess you could break it down to three main areas of functions, if I could think of it. One is court administration. One is providing mediation services, which is actually akin to court administration. And the other one, the other main area, I say main because there are some others, is actually facilitating the filing and record keeping of people's very important legal documents. And the Registrar of the High Court actually wears many different hats. The Registrar of the High Court is the Registrar of the High Court, the Deputy Registrar, but you have to be a legally trained attorney.
So you've come to this experience, this position with a lot of experience, I'm sure.
A lot of years at the bar, but nothing really prepares you for being the registrar. You have to just be there and learn as you go. It's a dynamic position. It's very fluid. Things happen, you have to adapt, you have to deal with it. But you do have a staff, quite an able staff. Many of them have been there many years, who actually help to teach me as I'm going along, and we just try to get it done.
That's great.
So, Ms. Powell, the registrar office, is it part of the AG's office or the director of public prosecution offices as well, or does it just stand alone?
Okay, well, within the government structure, the registrar's office falls within the Ministry of Justice and Legal Affairs. It is separate from the director of public prosecution's office, who is just another litigant within the court structure, within the structure of the criminal court.
All right, that's quite a distinction. It does make sense, though.
And then I hear that you have the AG after this.
Yes, ma'am.
So he will explain to you all the many and varied departments that he controls as the Minister of Justice.
Okay. So he is the CEO then?
Yes, of the Minister of Justice, certainly.
Okay.
I love that qualifier. You do have a sense of humor. I guess you need it in this job sometimes because of how serious it can be. So I know that you've hinted at it before, but in terms of the types of issues perhaps that you might encounter day to day in your job, what do you mostly encounter?
Okay, what do I mostly encounter? Well, we have to literally keep the most important area, well, not important, but the main area that the registrar's office does is actually manage and coordinate and make sure the court matters progress. So those are the things that you do most on a day-to-day matter. Facilitate filing in both the criminal court, the civil court, and also matters that are on appeal. People file appeals from time to time from the magistrate's court and from decisions in the high court. And we also have to, we receive those documents, process them, we schedule matters, we send notices to parties, we have to facilitate the giving of the orders. When the order is issued by the court, we have to make sure it's signed by the registrar, it goes back to the parties, so they know the order of the court. Whenever there are judgments, we have to get it out. We also act as liaison between the court and the public because you can't interface directly with the judge. So if there is an issue that comes up, and we do field a lot of emails daily from lawyers asking about the progress of matters, we have to give them the status. Something falls through the cracks, we have to hurry up and get it back together. We have to make sure matters move through the courts as it normally should. There are a lot of things that happen every day. And then there are the other additional things that also have to be done every day. Filing, processing of legal documents.
You wear so many hats. how do you find time to do Tashna?
Wow. Find the time?
Yes.
There's no real time. You just
Wow.
have to make time sometimes. And well, the thing I like most to do out of work is actually art. I love art.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, but I find I'm doing more collecting of art supplies now rather than actual art.
Oh, because of the time I'm gonna guess, right?
Yes.
Wow. So we need to give Tashna some time.
I'll tell that to the Attorney General when he comes in.
I was thinking it, actually. I was thinking, how are you going to frame that for him? Because you've got a very important job.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
All right, so in terms of the responsibilities and functions of the High Court, what can you tell our viewers?
Well, the High Court is responsible for the administration of justice. Well, it is part of the prongs for the administration of justice because it actually works threefold. You have the judges who dispense the justice, the lawyers who argue, and the court office that is the administrative arm of things. And all of these things have to work in tandem for the administration of justice. So in terms of the court office, as well as the things that I've already told you, the High Court is part of the structure of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, which is, as you know, that is the court, the regional court for the OECS, for 9 of the member states. And that court, the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, has 2 divisions, the Court of Appeal Division and the High Court Division. Okay, so moving closer to home now, the Court of, okay, wait, let me back up a little bit. The Court of Appeal is an itinerant court. That means it moves throughout the year from territory to territory and hears the appeals for the different territories. Each territory may have 2 or 3 sittings for a year. So we come down now to the High Court. The High Court of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court has physical courts within each jurisdiction. Coming close to home now in St. Kitts and Nevis, the High Court here is actually made up of 2 circuits, one for St. Kitts, one for Nevis. And there is a registry office in each island.
Okay. So how can, if, say someone like myself needs to access the registrar office, how can we do so?
Quite easily, actually.
Okay.
You can walk into the office,
Okay.
you can call, or you can send an email.
Okay. And where is the office located? For
The
those of us-
office, right now, the office is located in the annex, right next to the courthouse, right next to the
Oh,
courthouse.
the nice blue building.
Yes,
Okay.
the smaller of the smaller of the 2 blue buildings.
Okay,
On the
nice.
upstairs,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, okay.
We're
Good.
sharing space right now with the law library.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice.
Are there charges related to services and access to the registrar's office?
Yes.
So it,
It's not free. It's not free.
It's not free at all, but I guess people will debate that. We think it's not that much either, but that is up for debate.
Okay.
There are charges for filing documents. Whatever documents you wish to file, there are charges for them. There is actually a fee scale that you can find if you want to see all of it. It's on the website for the Ministry of Justice. There is a link there that will take you to the actual fee scale. But whenever any document you file in for the court process, whether it's a claim form, it's an affidavit, it's a certificate, it's an order, whatever it is will attract a fee. It's a different fee. When you file other kinds of legal documents, whether bills of sale, deed polls, all of those things actually also attract a fee. The fee was usually paid in stamps. Right now, the court has moved forward in a way that I think is very positive and helpful to litigants because the litigation aspect is now in an electronic portal. So you file electronically.
Nice.
I don't know if you know that. So the fees are paid on the portal when you file your documents.
Nice. Good advancement. Indeed.
It was very helpful during COVID to keep the court moving.
Yes, indeed, indeed. So after an election, there's a lot of changes to be made, understandably. So how does the Office of the Registrar educate the public about the office rules and access?
Okay, so as the Office of the Registrar falls within the court and also within the Ministry of Justice, all those things are found on the court's website
Okay.
and also on the website for the Ministry of Justice. You go there, you will see on the Ministry of Justice's website, you will see all the various departments. You will see one for the High Court, you will see the Registrar, you will see the functioning, you will see links to digest of cases for St. Kitts, and you will see additional links for the fees and other things. And if you go on the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court's website, you will see every information you need on the court. You will see the judgments. You will see the judgments for this territory. You'll see the judgments for other territories, Court of Appeal judgments, news items, things that are happening with the court, information on the judges, etc.